Do something. I don't care.
Oh, alrighty.
Fly, monkeys, fly. We're on the air.
Alrighty. So, as to the surprise of absolutely nobody, we're running behind schedule. So, raise your hand if you're surprised. Okay, you two are lying. We will be having our illustrious fifth member showing up here soon enough. Apparently, something called life and work got in the way. How dare he? Exactly. Alrighty. So what we do have is we've got 3 of our 4 heroes. Is heroes the right way of putting this?
Yes.
Anyway, for the safety of all involved, Crimson Avix has turned his camera off. For the safety of your eyesight, I suggest closing your eyes whenever the camera pans to Nerestra.
Hey, I'm not that ugly.
You should probably read the MSDS when it comes to OPT Lawyer. That's material safety data sheet, if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Right, because it's got a lot of fine print. Boy, I love fine print.
Yes, you do. I am your host, TGE. As we said, Dark Falls will be joining us shortly. Hey, look, there he is.
That was like the most delayed camera thing ever. I clicked to turn my camera on like 45 seconds ago.
The question, on the reference sheet, does it say may contain fur?
Yes. And warning, contains fish.
Ooh!
Anyway, welcome everybody to Bay City Chronicles. This is going to be the finale of Volume 3, Event Horizon. But before we get to where we left off with the main group of heroes, we've got a little housekeeping to do, don't we? So,
my house is capped.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to pause for where we were last time. We'll get that recap when we get to it. And we're going to rewind time a little bit back to a week prior in game terms. So we are back in August, no longer September. And everyone has gotten off the plane. And Hub has asked Anton to go into Dr. Casey's office because Dr. Casey needed to talk with him. So we've determined that grumpy old Anton is going to be angrily dragging the corrupted Excalibur behind him, creating sparks along the floor as he grunts and grumbles his way to the office.
What did I do this time?
And with that,
break a door.
And with that, we are going to begin what is the finale. I believe it's Volume 3, Issue 10, Event Horizon. And we're starting with you in front of the door to the office.
Anton's going to gently open the door for a change.
You see a very sullenly, somewhat confused-looking Dr. Casey standing there.
You rang, Dr. Casey?
I did.
What did I do this time?
Nothing, but I need your assistance with something.
Well, I'm kind of having a midlife crisis here.
Perfectly fine, but you're the only one I know with the training that I can count on to take care of this.
What's the mission?
Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's effectively babysitting.
Don't I do enough of that with the otter already?
You do, but this is a special thing. I have an acquaintance of mine. She goes by the name of Emily Ark. She's a doctor. Recently, her and her younger brother have been getting some death threats. She's working on something for me that might help Hub. See where I'm going with this?
Yeah. All right. Give me the information.
She'll have more, but she's been getting death threats. Most of it just random, but one is we've taken seriously. The gentleman blames her and whatever thing she was working on at the time for the loss of his arms, which probably happened. However, they were replaced with some metallic cybernetic arms. Out of game, yes, this is 100% Jax from Mortal Kombat. I know, sue me.
Please don't sue him.
I have a lawyer. And she was fine when the threats were just directed at her. But now they've also been directed at her younger brother. So I need you, without telling anybody else, to go and make sure that nothing happens to them.
Not a problem. Nothing will get near them.
Beautiful. I've already set up a flight for you to get there. And by a flight, I mean prototype technology. Hold on. You hear the tap, 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 tapping on the keyboard, and then behind him, a blue circular portal opens up.
Prototype.
It's how I got to New Hampshire when I went and saw Ven.
Okay, so you tested it. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't send you through something I wouldn't use.
All right. Anton grabs his wonderful sword and now kind of looks at the portal and is kind of anxiously getting ready to get in it.
It's a really weird sensation as you go through the portal. It's that same sort of feeling of jumping into an ice cold ocean or river. You get that sort of like that chill up your spine, but you're completely dry.
This is awkward.
Yeah. Either that or you bit into a York peppermint patty, one of the two.
I prefer the peppermint patty.
You're just glad you get the sensation, right?
Yes.
Oh. So.
Please tell me he comes out an orange portal.
No, the cake is not a lie. So what you do come out to is you come out, and obviously they were expecting you because there is no shock at all. You come out in, well, this corner of an apartment that looks, well, suspiciously like this. And sitting there, in the lab, you manage to run into this lovely, eccentric-looking lady.
You must be Dr. Ark.
And I suppose you would be Anton. I'm not actually going to do that voice the whole time because that hurts.
Oh, please, thank you.
Who wants Hyperactive Guy back?
No! It's nice to see Dr. Casey's colleague here is a lot more relaxed. The last one I met was a little on the... He had too much caffeine.
Oh, him. Yeah. I've run into him a couple times.
I'm sorry.
For sure. Give me an insight check as this conversation begins. Okay. You are 100% sure you know who this is. Like, this conversation just feels normal, natural, like you remember who this is and you remember this conversation. Like, if you didn't know better, you would say this was Dr. Aaron Crescent.
You wouldn't by chance know a Dr. Crescent, would you?
She looks at you with a little half-smirking smile. Nope. Never heard of him.
You haven't heard of her?
Nope.
You remind me a lot of her.
Maybe I just have one of those faces.
All right. Well.
But he said he'd be sending somebody eclectic. I wasn't quite expecting medieval Gothic party.
I mean, to be fair, I had stone powers earlier this week.
What are you, like, going through superhero puberty or something?
Midlife crisis, whatever, you know. I touched the sword. We were on a mission, touched the sword, and then there was two of me. And it's been a day.
She looks at you. I don't quite think that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, I don't either, but here we are. So, do you have those letters?
She hands you a bunch of them. Most of them are all, you're not sure if it's death threats or horny fanboy mail. You're pretty sure that, you're pretty sure that a couple people were scaroused as they were writing those. But then you get to the ones that Dr. Casey talked about, and they have a much different tone. We are a family-friendly stream here, so I can't say what most of it says, but suffice to say, if I were to read these letters, it would be you will beep, 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 beep. I'm going to come after beep, 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 one of those type of deals. So what you can tell is whoever wrote this, and they signed, as I said, I wasn't kidding when I said it was Jax. They signed it, J-A-X. So whoever this is, whoever is referring to themselves as Jax now, has a much different tone, like they mean business. And the last two specifically, they don't directly call out her brother, but they do say anyone you care about.
Well, we will take care of this, Miss Ark.
I thank you. And I warn you, you might want to introduce yourself to Graham. He's a little, well, it's better if you figure that out for yourself. I, on the other hand, need to get back to work, if you'll excuse me. And she goes back and she's doing a bunch of stuff that is probably hurting your brain to think about.
All right, I'll go introduce myself to him and start setting up.
So I'm going to need a perception check, followed by an insight check when you run into Mr. Graham for the first time, which I'm going to show you now. Also, that was way too zoomed in, but nice perception check. Go ahead and rock an insight check to go with it. Oh, right.
Getting lower.
Yeah, they are getting lower. So you're taken aback initially because you could swear that this kid is almost a spitting image of Ven. The bigger thing that catches your eye is he's wearing a charm, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but you've definitely seen the symbol in that charm before.
What is going on here? You look like someone I know, and Graham, what is that charm you've got?
Gift. And I've never met you before, so how could I know? How could I look like anyone you know?
Well, my job here is to make sure you and Dr. Ark stay fine.
You're the best that he had? Really? Give me another perception check, please, as he's mumbling. Nope, you don't hear his mumbles.
They really are just getting lower.
Wait, did Dark touch your keyboard?
Apparently. So, Anton's going to go ahead and start. Actually, before that, Anton's going to put on a little bit of show and have the wings sprout out of his back.
He wouldn't do that because they are definitely too big for this apartment.
Oh, okay. All right. So at this point, Anton's going to just go ahead and start setting up to get ready for securing the house.
Oh, let me guess. I'm stuck in here like it's a prison now?
No. I'm not keeping you prisoner. I'm making sure no one gets in that shouldn't. And I'll be guarding y'all if y'all leave.
Great.
I'll try to remain...
Because you're not noticeable at all.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad thing. You want them to see the big shiny sword to leave you alone.
Yeah, because we want to attract all kinds of attention here.
Hey, I haven't been attracting attention yet. I do have a track record of that, though.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And he says that with much more confidence and bravado than anyone who just met you probably should.
How much do you know about our adventures?
Enough that if I told you, you'd never believe me.
So you know about the otter water skiing?
I know so much more than that.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to what you're doing, and I'll go...
I know that up until about probably a week ago, you had a charm very similar to mine.
I did. With that, Anton just kind of tries to focus and get back to...
For the record, that was my best attempt at angsty 16-year-old.
You're failing pretty hard.
I know.
Just a second, I gotta fix something real quick.
Not a problem. Oh. So, while we're waiting, for those of you who have just discovered us for the first time, please go ahead and mash that follow button. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button. And, well, look, we're back. So what exactly is Anton doing to attempt to secure the premises?
So first thing would be just kind of looking around the building, finding exits, finding entrances, places that are needing some sort of attention.
Well, it is a typical apartment, except in your look around, you realize this is a penthouse apartment.
I mean, figures Casey's not going to pick some shack in the woods.
Yep. The windows are heavily reinforced, bulletproof glass. You're not so sure how they would do on magic. But for the normal types of deals, they're good. There is it's basically a one entrance thing. So, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty easy to secure. And what you do notice as you open up the window to look out of it, you know exactly where you are. This penthouse, you're not exactly sure where specifically in the city it is, but you are definitely in Philadelphia.
Well, haven't been here in a while.
I'm like a week.
I think it was 2. And so, kind of after scouting around, Anton's going to go back to Dr. Ark and just ask, where would you like me to be so I can stay out of your way and let you continue, but keep y'all safe?
Well, considering there's only one entrance and exit to this place, the answer would be make yourself at home, as long as you can get yourself places. I would be more worried about Graham than I would about me, though.
Yeah, he seemed a little put off about my existence here.
He's a little put off with his existence and having to be here.
Well, I mean, he's a kid.
He's gone through a lot.
What has he gone through?
Nothing that I'm at liberty to talk about.
Of course.
You'll have to ask him.
Yeah, okay. So with that, Anton's going to just kind of go... I assume there's some sort of couch or sofa near the front door, and just going to go...
It's a Casey penthouse. It's,
It's a
pretty
5-star
good.
couch.
Yeah. It's a 5-star automatic fold-out. Also, as you're walking back after she says that, you're going to have to ask him. In your head, you hear this. You do realize that all we have to do is kill them, and they will be safe. Dead, but safe.
What? No. What? Oh, not again. Who are you?
I'm simply what you hear. Nothing more, nothing less. Remember that feeling you got when you first got here? About how you thought this was who you remembered? And even though you're sure it's her, she's telling you it's not. You're not the least bit mad or angry.
I'm babysitting. Of course I'm angry. That's all I ever do anymore.
Well, there's a way we can put a stop to that.
You're not wrong.
I rarely am. Think about it. And this is all in your head, by the way. So, what is Anton doing once he gets over to the couch?
So Anton's going to kind of just unpack a little bit, clean the sword a bit, and just...
As he's unpacking, he accidentally sets something down on the TV remote, and it turns on. It's Kindergarten Cop.
Do you just hate me? Is that what this is? Is you just hate me? I mean, at least it wasn't a children's cartoon. Thank you.
But, for the... Nothing really happens. I mean, Graham whines about wanting to go get pizza.
Hey, I know this really good pizza place. I'm sure I could have Casey deliver it from Bay City here pretty quick.
Yeah, let's not. Just...
It's good pizza. We eat it all the time.
Oh,
when the owner's not cooking.
And burning down the kitchen. Oh, I know.
Yeah. Wait a minute. How do you know what's going on in the tower?
You have no idea why you're here, do you?
All right, Graham. Explain yourself now.
Oh,
Anton's
no.
visibly angry at this.
Too much fun. I knew when I had to deal with this absolute bleep hole, and he actually says the word. I thought I was going to be bored, but the fact that you're here and You don't know? Oh, you're precious. Bless your heart.
And you'll be precious when I run you through with my sword.
You probably don't want to do that.
I'd have to explain it to Casey, but I'm pretty sure he'd just be okay.
He's not the one you'd have to explain it to.
Who would I have to explain it to?
The same person who gave you the necklace. That you so unceremoniously lost.
I didn't lose it.
Is it here?
I didn't lose it.
Is it here?
No, it's not here, but I didn't lose it.
It's not here. I rest my case.
Oh, you ungrateful little...
Ungrateful? On the contrary, the fact that I'm sitting here having this conversation, I shouldn't be alive, but I am. Thanks to the same person we're talking about. But now I'm stuck here because you and the rest of your friends mess things up.
How did we mess things up?
I actually can't tell you that.
Shocked. I'm so absolutely shocked.
Not because I don't want
no one
to.
Can tell me what's going on.
Not because I don't want to, but because if I do, it will create something called a causality loop. And apparently, those are bad. So I have the fun of being able to taunt you and entertain myself while not actually being able to tell you why I'm taunting you.
At this point, Anton's kind of perplexed. Causality loop?
Yes, a causality loop.
What's that?
I don't know, it's just what Dad's called it.
Who's Dad?
I've already said too much. And this is before he was really angry mad. Now he just seems like he's almost relishing the fact that he gets to do this, and he just sort of scampers back off.
Anton's now if the cartoon image of the smoke coming out of the ears, just fuming mad.
It's actually kind of funny because it's Anton and the sword both doing it. Because the sword's just as angry right now.
That little twerp.
But for the rest of this day, things go by pretty smoothly.
Yay.
There's frozen pizza, so that gets made and eaten.
Not as good as the otter's cooking, but yeah, it's food.
So the first 3 or 4 days pretty much go by the same way. Dr. Ark working, and Graham just sort of nonchalantly taunting you. And he seems to enjoy every minute he gets to sort of laud it over you that you can't figure it out.
You're having way too much fun with this.
Was that an out-of-character thing or an in-character thing? Because yes.
I mean, the answer is yes to either one of those questions. So, Graham, what can you tell me?
That you're here to make sure I stay safe.
Sorry, that you what?
That you're here to make sure I stay safe.
Yeah, I'm going to call BS on that, because I'm getting ready to be the one who ends you.
Again, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Fine.
But he looks over at the calendar. if my information is correct, you don't have too much longer to keep me safe.
What do you mean by that?
Again, nothing I can say. Oh, Dad gave me way too much information to play with.
At this point, Anton's just going to go sit down at the
Also,
at the desk because I'm sure there's a desk there that he's working on. And just starts just like
oh yeah,
just angrily sending Casey emails about this.
Casey gets the response back of "He's a kid, deal with it."
A quick email response. With my sword, I will.
You get the reply back. I'd prefer if you didn't.
I'll clean up afterwards.
Not the point, Anton.
Fine.
So it's been about 5-6 hours, and Anton finds it very interesting that his buddy hasn't picked on him recently.
Graham, are you bored with me yet?
No response. Dr. Ark is heavily engrossed in her work and is basically, you know, the mad scientist trope where there can be a huge war going on behind them and they don't hear anything?
Yeah, that's where we're headed. Okay.
Yeah.
So Anton's immediately going to grab his sword and gear and search through the apartment for her.
Oh, he ain't there.
Really? I was sent on this one babysitting mission, and I can't even do this right today. And Anton's just, again, fumes coming out of the armor and sword.
Anton does know there are definitely cameras around here. And he has access to the security footage.
Yeah, so Anton's immediately charging the security counter to pull that up.
Yeah, looks like he quite skillfully and stealthily managed to sneak out about an hour ago. And appears to be heading in the direction of Villanova?
Great. Anton just grabs Dr. Ark by the waist and just pulls her away as he's like, we're going.
Whoa, what? We can't. We can't. I'm in the middle of something.
Graham's not here.
You swear she wants to say something, but looks like she's biting her tongue? Like, find some mute the reaction. It takes her like a minute to mute the reaction.
Let's go.
All right. Once you get out of the penthouse, you are on your favorite area of a building.
The side or the roof?
No, the roof.
I'm assuming we have access to some sort of flying device that Casey has left for us.
Yes, your wings.
Oh, that's right. So Anton forces the wings out and takes off with Dr. Ark towards Graham's last location.
So, again, you saw him heading towards the campus. It doesn't take you that long to get there. It's much easier to get there as the crow flies.
I'm not a crow.
It's an expression, as the crow flies. But, now, yeah, so this is probably at this point, the first really full week of school, so the campus is bustling. So, for the record, we have fast forwarded. We are now at September 8th, by the way. I should have mentioned that. So this is Monday, Monday, September 8th. So the campus is bustling, hustling. There's a whole crap ton of people go around.
And I'm pretty sure I'm not inconspicuous.
You're definitely not. But this is Philadelphia, so there is an active hero team. You're not as inconspicuous as you think. Most people just ignore it.
Graham!
You look down, and you see one person looking up, and you just sort of, as you look down, you just get a...
Is this from someone I know? Or
no, it's from actually Graham.
Okay. I just quietly land near. Oh, as quietly as a guy in a armored suit landing with... Basically, I make a loud thud on the ground.
You superhero land, gotcha. He is what appears to be hiding behind a set of trees.
What are you doing here?
I had to come see something for myself.
You could have said something.
Yes, but then exactly what just happened would have happened, and I wouldn't have had a chance to.
Okay. What did you come here to see?
That. And you know how you get to see where he says that and you sort of get the camera zoom in? It's literally just somebody walking across campus, but you recognize who it is. It's actually Ven.
You came to see Ven?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Why?
You know my answer.
Yeah, you can't tell me. Fine.
As you're having this conversation, you hear this. It sounds like knuckles cracking, but much louder and much more metallic.
That didn't sound good.
So you finally decided to show your face. And you brought me a tin can to open up as well. I could use a little workout. And then you're going to pay. And
for
I know
reference, where is this voice coming from?
Oh, behind you guys, yeah.
Anton just immediately turns around looking for the source of the sound.
He's not trying to hide himself. He's just sort of walking up to you with the knuckles cracking, like, I am here to kick your butt sort of thing. You know what I'm talking about.
And Anton immediately draws the sword out.
Alrighty. So, we are going to pause here and scene shift to everybody else. So.
Nope, I refuse.
Okay. Bye, Felicia. So, everybody else is back in the hotel a day prior. Although our background's going to be fitter in Pavilion, but everyone's back in the Penthouse Hotel a day prior. Vyasna has just shown up, giving you guys as much information as she can legally do based on her powers about her sister and everything that's going on, and has also unlocked Ven's wind magic. It was at the end of the last session where the leather bracers that Phantasm had made started to glow with, with green magic.
So I'm just looking around like he has no idea what happened, and he doesn't. So what uh, he just looks puzzled.
Ven looks just as confused as Lutra does.
Van, are you feeling okay?
I mean, aside from the fact that these are glowing, and I don't know why they're glowing, and I can control wind? It can't be right.
Van is smiling.
I guess, maybe...
There's no way. And he sort of just like, he goes in there's no way, and sort of flicks his wrist like this. And as he do, creates a little gust of wind that sort of ruffles Fant's hair. Wait. Is there a window open?
No, there's no window open.
Wait, so... I did that?
Yeah, I think you did.
This is weird.
Yeah, yes it is. Lucia kind of just stands near, looks like he's not really sure what to do, but he's trying to think of something comforting to say.
So you see Ven sort of doing some weird, like, gesticulations with his hands, and you know how when you were a kid you had the two soda balls and created a sort of tornado? He does, like, you put the liquid and you twist it and you get the tornado going down from one to the other.
Never did that.
Oh, he creates that sort of funnel effect. Yeah, you were deprived as a child. He creates that funnel effect, but with his hands. So he's basically got a localized miniature tornado between his hands.
Lucha looks completely mesmerized, by the way.
Oh,
like, wow.
That's cool. And he sort of like compresses it, and now you have like, it's like a snow globe of compressed air.
Okay, so at the same time Ven says that's cool, Lucha says the exact same thing. That's cool.
Fan, while Ben's memorized, just goes and like Ben gets smacked in the head with a gust of wind.
He chucks the compressed air ball right back at you.
Roll to hit.
I'm bringing up the sheet. I think he misses.
It flies past him, and the curtain just gets taken off the window rod.
This is really weird and kind of awesome.
It's wind, of course it's awesome.
Wait, does that mean I can do this? And he goes over above Lutra and does the same sort of hand manifestation, but doesn't create the funnel. He instead creates the funnel on top of Lutra and just like designs his hair really windblown.
Hey! Excuse me, I spent a long time in the shower getting that to stay like that.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, I don't know if I can fix that.
That's fine, I'll fix it later.
Hold on. He tries, it just makes it worse.
It's like, okay, I'll deal with it later. It's fine. Don't you worry about it. It's fine. It just reaches up and just like razzles his hair all out, or his head fur all out. Just like it looks a little messy, but he doesn't care.
Yeah. So at this point, Van looks over at Fanta and goes, "Wait, this is what you meant. How could you have known?" before you have a chance to answer, everybody who is in the room, that would be Malkier, Ven, Fant, and Lutra, are all going to get the same vision. You're all standing around, and everyone but Ven recognizes this. It's pretty much the same vision you guys all got when all finally came to place. You're in a room. And actually, well, let me show you the way the room looks, actually, because I actually have it ready to go. You're in this room. This is what you all see. And standing in the middle is who you now recognize as Kismet. And it looks like she is performing some sort of ritual of something. And it looks like she's doing something to whatever this orb of ever-changing energy is. But as you look around, now that this image is perfectly clear, you recognize where that is. It's underneath the Bermuda Triangle. Back where the energy was released. Way back when. And as she's almost finishing whatever ritual she's doing, she almost sort of looks at you and smiles. And then the vision goes away. And you're back standing in the penthouse.
You know, I am getting slightly, you know, no, not even slightly. I'm getting really tired of these stupid things.
Wait, you saw that too?
Of course I did. Wait, what?
And you've seen it before?
We see visions all the time. Half the time I don't even know if they're real or not.
Wait, so was it this? And he describes the scene.
Okay, that's the first time I can remember us all having the same vision, though. I guess it's happened before. Whatever.
Something more concerning. He saw the vision and he doesn't have a medallion.
Right. Huh. Lucia looks him over, like, that's interesting.
What was that?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm probably no help to stop that, but I just get this really weird feeling that whatever that is needs to be stopped.
Yeah, that would be a thing. What do you think? We actually don't really know.
It's just something about that. Like, he looks almost nauseous with worry.
She kind of pats Arden, like, gives him an arm around the shoulder and kind of, like, are you okay?
I just get this really, really bad feeling. Like, you guys need to go there.
Lucha kind of, like, guides him over to, like, one of the sofas and kind of sits him down so he doesn't, like, you know, pass out or something standing up.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to, honestly.
Right, so he gets him to sit down on the sofa. Sits next to him. Kind of gives him a sort of a hug, not really, but, you know, just kind of a...
Yeah, he's not even, like, at this point, he's considerably less freaked out by the otter than he ever has.
Right.
Freaked out by the hell did you guys see?
Well, there was that one time the otter saved his life, and he wasn't really freaked.
To be fair, he was unconscious.
Exactly, see?
In his defense, he was unconscious.
He wasn't freaked out when he was unconscious. So
yeah, you guys really probably should go just as fast as you can to stop that.
If that is in the Bermuda Triangle area, do we actually have to go back there again? Remember the last time we lost 2 months?
Yeah, I don't know. I think something bad's going to happen. You have to.
And why don't you come with us?
I barely know what I'm doing. I would be a liability. You would spend more time trying to keep me safe than anything.
We're actually kind of good at that. Wait, where's Ant? She looks around, is like, but we don't even have Anton here. What are we gonna do?
I don't think there's time for that. I don't mean to be that, but
Valkyrie just kind of glances over at Fant and asks if he thinks this is a wise play at this point.
I mean,
Phantasm walks over to Ben and sets a hand on each of the gauntlets and says to Ben, I know this is all new to you, but you do realize that if we do go after that vision, that we need you to look out for us up here.
I'll do what I can. Like, he seems like visibly like shaken, nervous. Pick your adjective. But I'll do what I can.
Dan looks over to Lutra and just sort of shrugs, saying, like almost to say, I don't know, what should we do?
She looks up and is like, I guess we should just go. We only have the three of us, but someone tell Dr. Casey that's where we're going, and maybe Anton can get there somehow.
I can do that.
You sure? You look like you're literally going to throw up and die right about now.
Yeah, I can at least let Hub know. He can pass the message along.
Yeah. Alright. Good point. So how do we get there? I guess we just take the jet? Again?
Seems viable.
Like, at this point, you know how some people, when they get like all hot and nervous, fanning themselves off? At this point, Ven's just holding his hand like this, and you can see wind blowing on it. Like, he's fanning himself off with actual wind.
Literally still close enough to feel this. It's like, okay, that is actually way too relaxing for your own good.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this explains why I always could tell when a storm was coming.
Oh, just wait until you get to really embrace the power.
He just says, I wish I was 21.
No, you don't. Enjoy the youth while you can.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys should go.
Valkyrie kind of just glances at him a little bit on the distrusting side.
He seems to be too shaken to notice or care.
Fant reaches up to his face and like just plays at his ear a little bit, and then reaches out to shake Van's hand, places something in Van's hand, and then sort of just taps Lutra and Malkir on the shoulder and does this whole teleport thing.
before you go, he looks over. Before you go, really quickly, he looks over. And to answer your question from earlier, why'd I bring my roommate? Because everyone deserves a chance to fly. And then you pop away.
Aww.
And you can go ahead and message me what's in his hand, unless it's plot relevant now.
Totally prop relevant.
Okay. So, are we having discussions on the jet, or are we fast forwarding to ye old triangle?
Well, as we start flying and whatnot, Lucha walks over towards Fantan and says, "Hey, Fan, what was those bracers you made? Why did you make those anyway?"
Do you remember back a few weeks ago when we were in the future and we met future Ben and he had all these great powers?
Of course I remember that. How could I forget that?
Well, the thing is that before we left that time, Ben and I had a few brief words, and my contact with Ben actually is what gave me my wind ability back. And I noticed there were bracers on his arms in our discussion, and I don't know, something told me I had to create those for him as a way to harness his wind power.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, I I know he's going to be okay because we've seen that he was okay.
Well,
And what if this timeline is different? What if something changes and he's not going to be okay?
Well, we just have to hope.
Fate hasn't been kind to us yet. And then Malkir kind of just goes to the back and just kind of sits down brooding.
As Malkir walks away, Fant sort of mutters to himself, "Isn't fate what this whole thing's been about?"
Malkir kind of just glances over his shoulder and just says, "Exactly."
Lucha stands in the, like, is kind of in between both of you as you guys do this. He just kind of looks back and forth at both of you. He's just like, I don't. Just kind of pads off. He does not look happy, but only because we're going back to this Bermuda Triangle thing, and he really didn't like his first experience there.
Fant sort of gets why that's why Lutra's so begrudging right now. So he looks at Lutra and he's like, "Trust me, I didn't want to go back there for a third time.
They're...
I died the first 2 times I was there."
Right. Yeah, we're not going to lose you again, are we?
I hope not.
I hope not, too. It's really not fun having to go find you and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not a big, huge hulk of a man like Anton that's easy to find.
Hey, he isn't. We don't know where the heck he is right now. Well, I guess Casey knows. I really feel like we should get him, but I guess we don't have time.
Casey knows, which means we're not going to know.
You're not wrong. She kind of pads off to someplace to kind of be alone with his thoughts, just to collect himself and rest up. But as we're flying, he kind of looks up and says, "Hey, computer AI? Hello?"
Yes?
I want to ask you something real quick. If that's all right.
As long as it's a relevant question, I am more than happy to answer.
Well, considering we may all die here, I got a very, very, very important question that's been bugging me for quite some time now. And, I really, really, really need the answer to it before, if this is going to be it. I need to know the answer to this question.
I will do my best to provide you with the research answer.
Great. Why do they call them buildings? I mean, aren't they already built? Shouldn't they be called builds? I don't quite understand this.
Well, the simple answer would be that the word indicates its state of being, just like an essay can be called a piece of writing, although it does sound like the verb building or to build, which indicates an ongoing action. These types of nouns refer to the existence of an object or matter which needs human effort to come into existence and thus achieves a state of being after creation. Just another nuance of the English language.
Your language is weird. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Good. Well, thank you for that. Lucha smiles, actually satisfied with that answer.
Fan up in the cockpit. Wait until he hears about parkways and driveways.
The AI responds back, yeah, don't talk about shipments and cargo. So the rest of the flight goes normal, and there is no giant sea monster to fight this time. You guys just normally happily land.
We normally happily landed last time. The sea monster was after we got inside.
Well, no, last time you also had to deal with the technological fluctuations.
Right.
Yeah, last time it was flying blind.
This time, not so much.
We've already been here before. Some of us more than once.
Camp looks back at Lucha, says, "That almost went too well. Should I exit and re-enter?"
No, I think that we're allowed to have one thing go smoothly in this trip, and that was it.
Yeah, but you got an answer to one of your questions without much resistance, and
She looks over to you and says,
wow.
"What do you mean? Everyone always answers my questions." Well, for the most part, if they know the answer anyway.
So I guess back to the magical sphere.
Yeah, as you approach there, it's still in sort of the same location it was. I have since deleted that picture, so we're stuck with this one for right now. But as you all approach, you see two very, very big, ugly, ominous things that probably shouldn't be there. So you're pretty sure you're on the right track.
Were those here last time? I don't remember. It's been so long.
If they were there last time, chances are we would have had to have some sort of interaction with them.
Right.
But for those of you who have played any of the Final Fantasy games, specifically 12 or Tactics, standing there waiting and greeting you are two beings which both seem to have giant spears of some sort. One's a spear, one's a trident. And, it's Bellius and Mateus for those who've played the games.
Fire nice.
Yep. And they are happily waiting for you.
Are they smiling happy?
You're not sure about Mateus, but Bellius sure looks happy. Good. I was getting bored.
All I can see right now when you said that is like the beast's bad attempt at a smile in Beauty and the Beast.
That's exactly what I was going for, too.
That half constipated, half grin.
Yes. So, you three. We were told to expect you. And now, we're following the other part of our orders. To kill you.
You know how many others have tried that before? No, really. Do you know how many? I've kind of actually lost count. Lucha looks over at Phantasm and Melchior's like, can you guys remember at this point? I feel like we try to get killed by people all the time.
Melchior just grins and reaches behind his back and pulls out his scythe and opens it up.
Oh, right. Fighting thing. Yes.
I guess it's time to blow the birthday candle out.
And what we're going to do is we are going to run both combats concurrently. So, yes. So basically, we're going to roll all the initiatives. I'm just going to keep note between the Anton and Jack's initiative as to who's going first or second. I'm basically going to do one round here, one round there. We're going to keep alternating back and forth.
Oh, this is going to be a brilliant night already, I can tell.
Oh, you missed it. Nora was making up for you while you were. Every roll got worse.
While I was driving home in the highway from hell.
Alrighty, be with you guys in just a second here. Gonna jot down all these initiatives.
Math.
You have my old icon on here.
I have what everyone's attached to the character sheet.
Nope.
You can change that yourself, too.
I think I can. See, there it is.
Alrighty, we are good to go. We are starting over here in the underneath the Bermuda Triangle. Fantastic.
Phantasm sort of just gets stuff going quickly, and yeah, probably misses Bellius with that.
Probably not, honestly. No, you hit. He's easy to hit. Hard to hurt, but easy to hit. It just sort of bounces off him, and he sort of gives that toothy smile again and laughs. Lutra is up.
So, Lucha's going to take out his crossbow, since he's far enough away.
And that one on the right looks like a fish.
Does it actually?
He does have a trident.
Ooh. So Lucha's going to target that one. Because he wants it for dinner. he's going to go ahead and roll this just to make sure. Okay, taser shot. So make sure this is actually updated in this sheet. I'm not entirely certain. So we're just going to roll it and see what happens, okay? I mean, I'm sure I didn't even hit, but just a little bit to make sure the...
To be fair, you would have hit Bellius. I mean...
Yeah,
but you did say you were going after the fishy one.
Well, no, I did, and it's actually... Hold on a second. Plus 10, that's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right, never mind. It's right. I couldn't remember if I updated or not. I'm sorry.
Well, it is Mateus's turn, and since you fired at him, he is going to return. He is going to attack you with, well, he sort of holds the trident up high in the air and just sort of points it at you, and it fires off this sort of beam of ice. He is attacking you with rippling frost.
Which one of us?
I don't believe an 18 hits you, though.
Who are you talking about?
Luthra.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, I don't think an 18 hits anybody.
It's probably true at this point.
Malkir.
So Malkir's gonna just grin at the ice one and hold his hands like a Kamehameha position, and then use my Scorched Earth. And I should just go to bed because I'm tired.
Well, to be fair, it's a line area, so I actually have to make the dodge check. Which I will make, but let's see, it's only by 2 tiers, so reduce that by that.
Well, I can't hear you, Tej.
No, sorry, I forgot I'm on push to talk again. So even though he dodged out of the way of a good portion of it, he doesn't look like he's taking any damage, but it still looks like he's visibly affected by the heat. But it's Bellius's turn, and, well, since Phantasm attacked him, he is going after Phantasm. He is charging right at you. And his fist sort of starts to glow in this blackish, reddish fire, and he is going full Hunchback of Notre Dame and attacking you with Hellfire. Does a 25 hit you?
Me?
That would be you, yes, Phantasm.
Yes, it does.
All right, so first things first, I'm going to need a toughness save. DC is 29. I hate you.
Hey, it's about time someone does it to you.
I know, right? But he punches you with this cloaked fist of Hellfire. Doesn't do anything, and is trying to grab at you. You can go ahead and resist via either dodge or... The DC is 18.
My dodge or what?
Dodge or strength, whichever you'd prefer.
Yeah, I'm gonna be rolling that.
Alrighty, I'll take the hero point. Delicious.
That's actually a 26.
Yep, you're fine there. Alrighty, so he goes, and as he goes to grab through you, I'm just going to rule it. You mystify for a second as he goes to grab you. He looks pretty angry. But now we're going to scene shift. We're at the same time here. We're having another fight. So, Anton, you're actually going first in this one.
Anton's been ready to kill something for a while, so at this point, he's just pissed.
Alrighty, what's he doing?
Having to read his powers.
You had all this time to prepare.
Hey.
You had a full round.
I did. My bad. All right, so Anton is going to bring Winter a little early to Villanelle.
No, he's not.
Was that the right one? Yeah, that was the right one.
Well, yeah, you missed horribly. As whatever you're attempting to do sort of rushes by him, and he just sort of looks at you and laughs as he cracks his knuckles and doesn't sort of do anything. You see the metal start to glow, and he just punches the ground. He's using ground pound.
Oh,
I'm going to need a dodge check from Anton, please. And technically, oh, you're fine. And technically the others as well. Graham and Dr. Ark both fall to the ground, and unfortunately for them, they now have to make toughness saves.
Did you need one from me?
Nope, this is just over on Anton's side of
Okay.
things. Eventually, I'll hit the right buttons.
Oh. _10. Nice.
There it is. There we go. They both are actually fine. And go ahead and give me a perception check, Anton, as this happens. The medallion, or the charm that was around Graham's neck, flashes for a second as this happens, and it flashes in a somewhat familiar green light.
Interesting.
Yep, Phantasm, you're
So Velius is like right on top of me, right?
He's exactly where he's positioned on the map in relationship to you. He's large, so he has a 10-foot reach.
Okay, Phantasm does this whole floaty thing. Floats about, I would say, 60 feet into the air. And throws another one at...
Oh, he's very critical. You hit him.
I hit him by a lot of tiers there.
Is that multi-attack or no?
No, but...
Okay. If it was, yeah, I think you'd hit him by like 7. Let's see. Dodge. Yeah, you'd hit him by 5 tiers there.
Though it's funny because Wind Blast is the one with the increased crit.
He'll take a bruise because of the +5 from the crit. And he looks legitimately shocked that you hurt him. Lutra is up.
Alright. So what Lutra's gonna do, he's gonna kind of take like a step back, and he's gonna run right at the guy, and he's gonna kind of do one of those things where he jumps up, like balls his fist up, and just tries to punch this guy right in the neck. He is using his Otter Strike. If I have it on here, I do.
Which one are you attacking?
The guy right in front of me.
Okay. I just need to know what sheet I was looking at.
Sorry. 20.
Oh, you hit.
Okay, that
Not
is,
that hard to hit him.
Right, that is, I believe, a Fortitude save. Let me double check, though.
It is, yep. That's definitely a fortitude save.
Which she gets easily enough.
Not easily enough. I mean, it's a 50-50 on that one. But you hit him, and you sort of like this, sort of that you see the fist glow, and you see the vibrating, and he he's sort of like shaking with it and sort of shakes it off at the last second. But you definitely know you can affect him with that.
I'm going to use move by action then and kind of spread out a little bit.
Fair enough. Mateus has a brand new friend. And he is trying to stay as far away from Malkier as possible while still freezing him in place. So he again taps the trident on the ground, and you sort of get that sort of like ice path coming at you. He's attacking you with ice bindings.
Is that the first time he attacked me?
Yes, he attacked Lutra last time, but since you're the fire thing, he doesn't like that. So I need you to make a dodge check, because I know a 31 hits. Dodge check DC 24. You are fine as the ice sort of creeps up and tries to envelop you, almost rock tomb-like, but you manage to dodge out of the way.
It just kind of like hits me and then just kind of melts.
We can do it that way too. Anyway, you're up.
I'm gonna fire back with the Scorched Earth.
Oh, he's taking the full brunt of it this time because he did not make the DC. This is going to be bad for him. This is very bad for him. He's taking 2 bruises and is staggered because he takes that square in the chest.
Ouch.
That's a 3-tier failure because he has a weakness to fire, so it's technically.
I was gonna say, would there be any kind of like weakness?
Yes,
fire
it's a DC
ice?
31 because of that. Yeah. So he, takes an additional tier of damage from everything.
So
fire-based.
So who is that?
Not the one you attacked. That one.
Gotcha.
So he, just you hear this awful screech of pain as this line of fire just hits him square in the feet all the way up to the chest. Like he is writhing. Valius, on the other hand, is just and sort of looks up at you, and again with a toothy smile, and the fire gathers around the staff he's using and jolts upward. I'm going to need a dodge check as he is attacking you with fire in the sky. Yes, this attack was made long before you knew any of the flying, but I'm going to need a dodge check DC 24. Now I'll need that toughness save that you see listed there, 29. Oh no, sorry, shapeable area. Second dodge check. Excuse me. You're fine. Because the way shapeable area works is you have to. It's weird, but it's a double dodge check. Yeah, it's weird. Don't ask. But you're fine. It's a little toasty up there, but you're fine.
Okay, so the winds swirling around me are kind of heated right now.
Basically, you're creating an infernado. Alrighty, over to Anton. You just saw the flash come from the pendant, and it is your turn.
So after the attack, Anton's realizing that Graham can kind of defend himself. He's got something, but a little bit more worried about the doctor. So Anton is actually going to use his wings to quickly grab Dr. Ark and stick her inside one of the buildings nearby.
Alrighty, because you are forfeiting your turn to keep her safe, you will get a hero point. You will not be there to see what happens next, but I'll still roll it out. So now that you've flown off and it's just Graham there, Jack is going to attempt to attack him with Energy Wave, which will miss. As Graham... No, I'm rolling it. I'm being legit here and rolling
I'm looking at it. laughing at it.
As
'cause
Graham
you
is attempting to
wouldn't
get
roll
up
that much
and
me.
keep himself protected, well, Jax is definitely considered vulnerable for this because he does not expect this coming at all. Oh, and I crit. Of course I crit. Why wouldn't I crit? Because of course I crit.
I'm gonna have my kill
gust of,
stolen.
yes. A gust of wind comes and smacks him square in the chest. And he's going to, let's see, it's 20. He's going to be bruised and dazed.
Anton comes back and the guy's just dead. Like, wait, what?
Well, you'll notice the other icon that's now on the map.
By the way, someone go back in the archives and tell me when was the last time I actually got a kill.
Well, you might not even get one here. You could have, but well, we have a dark. Anyway, Phantasm, you're up.
Is this where Malkier goes through dimensions and just takes the kill from Anton?
Yeah, suddenly a scythe appears out of nowhere.
Oh, I got it. He's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw a move at somebody. It's gonna miss so badly that it flies all the way to wherever the hell Anton is and hits that guy, and then kills him.
Probably.
I'd allow it.
Anton just hears like the shadow voice, like, "Sorry, Anton."
I'm not really.
Either way, Fant, you're up.
So the wind around Phantasm starts spinning a lot faster to the point where all that heat sort of dissipates very, very quickly. And Phantasm glows and comes to the ground, attacking with his Sumerian Shade.
Well, let's see. He's not probably making that dodge check. Nope, he doesn't.
Oh, that's a 2.
That is a 2. His dodge is a 0.
I see.
His toughness, well, it's now an 18 because he's taking another.
Getting wrecked would be the word we would use here.
Well, either way, Lutra, you're up.
All right. So, we're just gonna focus on this guy in front of him because why the heck not at this point? He is going to use. Well, he's gonna go ahead and give Otter Strike another try to immobilize this guy or something. So he's going to do pretty much the same thing again. This guy run up and try to do some kind of cool little uppercut thing or something. I don't know. 21.
Oh, you hit.
Figures.
Like, if your attack bonus is 10 or more, as long as you don't roll a 1, you're hitting him. Actually, no. To be fair, his parry is a little higher. His parry is 4.
Oh.
So what you're saying is if you sneeze, he probably gets hit.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, even Malkier can hit him.
You should probably hold that statement.
Doesn't he get a bonus, though, because Malkier attacks with fire?
Oh, yeah, he'll get a bonus to the toughness save, absolutely. I'm just saying Malkier can
That's why I
hit
haven't
him.
been attacking him. I've been going after the one that's weak to me.
Exactly. So you will manage to succeed, and impaired is -2 to rolls. Stunned is he can't move, and he can't move. He can still use abilities. I don't think he cares to move right now. So, I mean, yes, he's technically immobilized.
By the way, this would be a great panel in a comic right now, like having Phantasm come down and smash the earth while Lutra comes and uppercuts the Bellius.
Absolutely. It is Mateus's turn, and he is pissed. And he is Well, he is again trying to keep his distance. He is attacking with Rippling Frost Blast. Although I don't think a 19 hits you, Malkir, does it?
It does not.
All right, well, he's kind of pissed.
I
Malkir is up.
use well, I don't need to use a hero point. I am just going to fire back again. But this time I'm going to run right at him and swing my scythe and use my Scythe of the Abyss. And with the flame ability.
Unfortunately, a 13 is not going to hit.
I was going to reroll and use my hero point for the night.
I figured you probably would. 25 will hit him. Dead nut, as a matter of fact. This is not going to be good.
No, probably not.
So, well, good news, as I don't have to describe the extremely painful evisceration I was expecting. But this is still a 3-tier failure. That's going to be another stagger, which means the scythe sort of cleaves through, and while not completely slicing Mateus in twain, he is down, and second stagger means the incapacitated condition has been achieved. So, yeah, he's out.
Yay.
So I basically cut him in half, but I left the spinal cord intact.
Basically.
You gutted him. He's alive, but not...
Well, you really can't gut a demon, but okay.
Well, slice, whatever.
Right. Anyway, it is Bellius's turn, who is extremely pissed now. And he is, since the otter is sort of right in the general vicinity still, he's just actually going to need dodge checks from... No, it isn't a roll. Never mind. While Phantasm is, been kind of annoying, the otter has been trying to punch him, and as far as Bellius is concerned, he's a kind of a fly. So the staff that he has sort of flares up and just fires this bolt at Lutra. He's attacking with Pain Flare.
Okay. That sounds painful. That also hits.
Alrighty, first things first. I'm going to need a DC 24 Fortitude save.
Well, what do you think here? Yeah, I'm going to reroll that. Teach.
All right, do it.
Yeah. Once I bring my sheet back up here. I'm trying to think if it's actually worth it, but you said 24.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what do I have to actually roll for that? It's a plus 10. So I need to roll a 14 or higher. Guess I have multiple chances of doing. Yeah, I'm gonna do it then. Reroll, and that would be a 17. So I got it. So I rolled a 17. Yep. So 27.
Yep. So you get the 27. So yep. Now because you passed the Fortitude save, you don't have to make the subsequent toughness save, which would have been the 29. So
yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, if I don't do this, I'm good, because my toughness is 9. So I would have had to crit.
So the Fortitude save is the better one.
That's what I was looking at, just checking numbers. Just like, okay, might as well.
Alrighty. Scene shift. Back to school. Anton, you've dropped off the doctor in probably the science building because that's the one you know.
And I'm returning to the scene of what I imagine is...
where you definitely see Graham sort of hiding behind a tree, sort of awestruck, and there is, a young Ven who just fired a wind blast back at this guy who's sort of just staying there, and Ven has this, holy crap, I just did that look on his face. And you only know it's Ven because you've met him before. You're not sure where he got this, but he's definitely wearing a domino mask.
Just lose the mask then.
Nope, can't do that.
You look ridiculous.
Just take him out.
I'm going to call Malkir.
Just paging Malk here. So with that, Anton is going to use Arthur's Shadow to try to finish this.
Alrighty, well, unfortunately you miss.
Shocking!
I know, right?
Hey, Anton,
You know
need
what?
some help?
I have an extra hero point. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna roll. I'll take the hero point here.
Hey,
Oh.
Anton, you need me to step in and help out?
You hear that coming through the sword.
Didn't ask for Malkir's help, you stupid sword. Just kill the guy.
Except if it was the sword that that Malkir's talking through, it would be Excalibur.
Definitely.
Hey,
However,
I'm pretty sure I have more kills than you do, Fant. Sorry, buddy.
Only because I weakened him.
yes, you loosen the pickle jar, we know. So even though you rolled a 1, it's a hero point reroll. A 1 is on an automatic miss when it comes to that. 23 will hit him dead nut.
Clearly, Malkir had touched the sword before I left.
Clearly.
Ooh.
And he sort of like, the shadow sort of swaths out from the sword and just sort of runs through him. He's sort of like, has this, what the heck was that look on his face? He sort of recovers for a second, then just sort of runs at you, balls his fist, and just punches. But I'm assuming a 15 misses.
Oh, yeah. 15 misses.
Alrighty. And since you have a helper, he'll also hit. Am I going to kill steal you?
Probably.
I mean, if you miss, is it really a
Probably.
kill steal?
He'll take another bruise as he just gets another gust of wind straight in the gut. Scene shift. Phantasm.
Just a second. Had to throw some shade first. Alright, so Phantasm is now behind Bellis, who is definitely focused on the otter. So Phantasm sort of has a sharp, pointy object coming directly at the back of Bellis.
Quote, sort of has a sharp, pointy object. Oh, you hit. Like, there's no doubt you hit. Bounces off his hide, but you hit it. Lutra is up.
Okay. So, enough of this garbage. Lucha's just going to jump in and start biting and clawing at Tooth and Claws. Because he's sick of this guy. And that's 21 and hits a multi-attack.
That's all 3 tiers, so that's a 31 save. Also, it's for something that's on fire, it's not nearly as spicy as you expected.
Oh.
Okay. So that's going to be another bruise and a... Not that the days matters, because he's just sort of stuck standing there anyway.
Right. It's a days with a days and more days. Hey. Hey, days.
Malkir is up.
So, seeing it's a fire elemental, I'm not going to use the firepower on it, but I'm going to rush it from behind, jump in the air, and cleave it down with my scythe.
Alrighty. No, you're not.
Fantastic.
He goes to jump in the air and he trips over Phantasm's sword.
I was going to say he trips over Mateus's body, but Phantasm's sword is funnier.
You know, I do still have one more hero point, so I think I will use it.
Okay. So yeah, by shutting off the fire, you do remove the secondary effect, which we had already discussed as the thing. But yeah, you hit. You hit. There's no doubt you hit. Yeah. By the way, that's my one roll with this guy. Just pointing that out. That is 2 bruises and a staggered for him. And he's now really, really pissed.
Also sounds like he's really, really sore.
Yes, but specifically, he's now mad at Malkir. So he's not directly attacking Malkir. He's attacking the scythe. As the fire again brims to the top of his staff, instead of firing at Malkir, he's firing this superheated ray of light at the staff, or the scythe. Excuse me. He's using melting point. Does a 23 hit you, Malkir?
By 1, yes, but I'm pretty sure my scythe has impervious on it.
Well, no, I need to know how. And actually, I'm glad you told me how much it hits you by, because you're actually holding the weapon in your hand, so it'll actually get a bonus. So it's actually not going to hit you. So it's not going to hit the side. It tries to, and then just sort of misses.
Okay, yeah, but it would hit me by 1, so.
Scene shift. Anton.
Anton's just looking at Vin like looks at Vin, looks at his sword, looks back at Vin like, really? Do you just want to finish him off?
I mean, I got like 5 minutes before class starts. He's doing this fighting in normal clothes with a domino mask with a backpack on.
Is he more or less immobilized at this point?
Jack? I mean, he charged up to you, but he's not sure what the hell's happening at this point.
I'm going to grab a hold of him and use Thantar's time.
Okay. Interesting. You will hit him. Dead nut again. Oh, that's so what do you see?
Unfortunate.
Actually, this is really quite good. For those of you watching, the scene is Anton sort of reaches over, and the gauntlet on his hand starts glowing with this eerie black energy, and he just sort of puts his hand on Jax's shoulder, and this dark energy starts creeping through every vein in his body, almost like he's being overcome by this plague of some sort. And he's writhing in pain and just sort of jumps down on a knee. And you just hear, "Stop!" Ven's yelling at you. "Stop! Let him go!"
Anton at that point releases his grip on him.
And he's just down there, like in a crumbling mass. Scene shift.
At this point, Phantasm is sort of suddenly distracted, like he's disturbed by something.
Feel disturbance of the force.
So he actually doesn't act at all, because he's really, he feels a massive disturbance right now.
Alrighty, go ahead and take a hero point, because that's definitely a complication. Lutra, go.
Oh, I'm trying to think if Lucia would even notice that.
Should we roll perception?
Oh, absolutely. There's no way. There's a specific reason why Fant would notice it.
No. I want to know if Lucia notices Phantasm.
That would be a perception check.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. Should we roll perception to see if we notice it or not?
Yes, you can absolutely do that.
Because he's going to act slightly differently if he notices this.
All right, Malkir does not, because there's a giant hulking beast in the way.
No, I
Lutra
definitely
does.
mostly mental.
Yeah.
Right.
But Lutra does notice that Fant's hesitating.
So what's going to happen is Lucha's going to put himself in between these two, and he's going to keep attacking, but he's going to make sure he stays in between Phantasm and this guy. If that makes sense at all.
It does. Go ahead and roll it.
So Lucha kind of shifts over there, I guess. Like, huh? Then, let's see here. He's going to claws and teeth attack. Remind me again what power attack is.
You can take up to 5 off of your attack roll to add 5 to your damage DC.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You hit by all 3 tiers again.
That's kind of why I figured I didn't need to.
He'll take another bruise.
At this point, can I try to grab onto this guy?
You certainly can. All right, what's your base strength?
Well, it's 7, and then I've got that one otter hug thing that...
Right, but yeah, that only applies after he's grabbed.
Right.
Yeah. So once he's grabbed, all of that fun stuff will apply. The base 7 strength is I need to know the DC of what he has to break out of.
Right. That's why
to avoid the grab.
That's why I need to put actual points in the strength.
Well, to be fair, he's also a large-sized being, so he has bonuses.
Yeah, but
to resist being grabbed.
17's not going to get anybody.
No, not a large creature. Absolutely not. No way in hell. Pardon my use of language here, because he's technically a hell demon.
Oh, are these actually large?
Anyway,
wait, are these actually?
Yeah, that's why he's taking up 4 squares on the map.
I thought that was just because you liked having him large. Okay.
No, he's legitimately taking up 4 squares on the map because he's large.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah, so he just you get him good, but you try to latch on, he just sort of flings you off. Mr. Malk here.
I don't have a
So is his back still to me?
Technically, yes.
Okay, and Lucha is not in range of my attack then if I...
No, he is a large creature. Absolutely not.
Okay, so I will, again, attempt to eviscerate him with my scythe.
That will even hit for you, Malkir. But I'll roll like a champion. It'll bounce off his hide. It is his turn, and the otter, like again, he's again big dumb giant. The last thing to attack him was the otter and deal damage to him was the otter. He's attacking the.
Come on, you big jerk! I'm right here. Just hops up and down.
Okay, does an 18 hit you?
Not at all.
So the pain flare that attempts to hit you just sort of lands in a spot right next to you, and whew, that spot's toasty.
Ha! We're underwater! Ha ha!
Scene shift! Ven started looking at you. What was that?
I don't fully know, Vin. I just touched him, and the gauntlet started glowing, and had you not yelled, I would have killed him.
Yeah. You might want to, wherever you flew off to, go grab them and get out of here.
What about this guy?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't either. But why did he come after us?
I don't know. I was walking by and saw this all happen. I'd have been here sooner, but I had to go put this on.
Yeah, lose the mask.
Can't. I got people I care about. No one can know who I am. Scene shift!
He didn't say lose it entirely. He meant get a better one.
He's an 18-year-old college student who has very limited income.
Parker could get a
Never
good
mind.
suit.
What's up?
Said Parker could get a good suit.
Probably. Anyway, Phantasm.
Okay, so Phantasm comes to and steps back and sort of summons his sword. So the sword, even though it's kind of just stuck in Bellis's like hide, pulls out and Phantasm catches it and sort of spins around, and this green beam of light comes out as he does it.
Oh, that definitely hits. You also, by the way, heard a giant scream as the sword just peels out of his back. And you'll manage to bruise him. Like, he's just getting pummeled from all sides right now. Just the yelling, the screaming. There's no more toothy grin. But there's probably going to be some teeth because it's Lutra's turn.
Indeed.
And just so you're aware, he would have screamed at the sword coming out, but he wouldn't have realized he even was hit with that second
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, he's not going to make the check to know that.
He prepares his teeth. Goes in for something.
You hit by all 3 tiers.
Shocking.
At this
I
point,
know, right? That's another bruise.
I'm not done. Lucha's going to use extra effort, and he's going to attack again.
Alrighty. Oh, you hit by all 3 tiers. That's another bruise in a daze.
Butcher's just eating this guy alive.
Yeah.
He looks slightly tired right now, though. And he comes down after the second time, like, that's all. Because I think that's what, fatigue or something?
Yeah, fatigued.
My turn.
It is Captain Killsteel.
So, yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to,
I'm okay with this.
once again, try to take its spine out of its back with my scythe.
I mean, at this point, we've all hit him, so there's no kill stealing anymore. It's simply lower his toughness down as much as possible.
You'll dead nut hit him, but you'll hit him.
Oof, there we go.
And that is exactly the same thing that happened with Mateus. Second staggered. He falls. I am going to need dodge checks from Lutra and Phantasm.
Oh.
Lutra manages to dodge out of the way. Phantasm, not so much. He doesn't get trapped under him, but does going to get whacked on the way down.
Ah! Huh. I think...
Next.
Hey,
Please.
everybody okay?
You're fine.
Who's...
Go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody, at the triangle.
Valkyrie just kind of looking at us sad and saying, I like this thing. Do a perception, you said?
Yes, sir. Well, y'all got it. Lutra definitely knows. You notice that behind some of the undergrowth, there seems to be another path that you didn't notice before.
You get... So, you guys see Lucha kind of hold his nose up a bit, sniff a bit, and start kind of walking in that direction. Like, oh, I found something.
Valkyrie kind of just glances at Phantasm and shrugs and falls after Lucha.
As Phantasm walks by, he does something.
So we're Final Fantasy, like, what, 11, 10ing this?
10, yes.
Yeah, basically he sends the incapacitated beings to the Dark Realm.
You send one of them there, definitely.
Well, it's actually, I don't have it listed there, but the power has a complication that they have to be incapacitated or willing.
Right, no, you can use it. Yeah, I'm talking about the will save for it. One of them failed, one of them passed. So, strangely enough, Bellius was the one who passed, but Mateus is gone. But as you make your way through the path, it is this chamber again. And it's the exact same thing you remember from the vision. You see Kismet there. Who I believe I have her picture somewhere. There it is. And she is doing the ritual, whatever she's doing. And as you guys run into the section, she looks at you with the same smile that you saw in the vision. And then she sinks her hands into this orb of energy. And not just here, but also over in the scene with Anton and Ven. Everything is enveloped in this blue-white flash of light.
Lucha kind of starts running forward towards her.
But yeah, you are all, like I said, enveloped in this blue-white flash of light. When the light recedes, Phantasm, Malkier, and Lutra, you're no longer underneath where you were. You actually are all waking up on the floor of what appears to be somebody's living room.
So when that happens, Lucha, like, eyes pop out, like, not again!
You hear a voice you recognize. So you're awake finally.
How long was it this time? And who is that? Looks around.
It's Ven. The future Ven. For when you went into the future. You know exactly what it was because he looks exact. Has the same sort of everything.
Oh, did we sleep that long?
Kind of. It's hard to explain. And that explanation will come next week when we go into Volume 4. Also to be addressed, where the heck is Anton? Also coming next week on Volume 4. So, with that, thank you all very much for watching. On behalf of our wonderful cast of characters here, Nerestra, Dark Files, OPT Lawyer, and Crimson Avix, we thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and of course, remember, as always, keep hailing.